I see people in the group, they are online, but they are not joining. This is the problem. Hmm?
They will find you in the way. Atujabali na mpakati.
We are here very few. Let's wait maybe for more. We start like at 7 minutes past. Oh, 5 minutes. 5 minutes past. Mhm. Mush. Yes, yes, yes. I think we can start. Others will find us on the way. Uh, okay. Is something I wanted to teach. I don't know. Maybe the class will decide what I should teach about. I remember people are able to see my screen now. Hello?
Yes, we are seeing good.
Okay, that's good. Last time there is a guy who said that the class I was teaching I should repeat it, but as if I'm not seeing him here.
Of
He was
course,
like,
it's not.
he's not here and he wanted me to repeat what I was teaching, so I don't know. I mean, how many are you here? Except the Maradi. Because I wanted to teach on something just very. How many are you?
Maybe Maria. We have only one.
Maria.
Mary.
Because I felt like I should teach on what? Candlestick Bible here. Because many people, however much we tell them trading view charts and whatever, they don't understand the basics. I know there are some who are been in the business, but they don't know the like how candlesticks are formed and whatever. Because I felt like if we keep teaching how to get entries and whatever, most of the times you find people are very confused. They don't know where the chart is coming from, where it is going.
Maybe starting from candlestick introduction. I think from there,
Yes.
then as we move on, yes, it is a great idea.
Okay. Yeah, because people should have basics, I think. That's what I feel. History of candlesticks. Yes, this book, Helen has shared it in the group today. And you see, if you can see Helen is still reading this book, then who is that one that can't be reading this book? You get? You have to read this book and master it. That's when, yeah, you will find the other things of technical analysis easy. But unless you don't understand this, I don't know how you will handle trading. Of course, like we need to start by knowing what is a candlestick. You get? Of course, if you go back in the history app, you will read about who initiated such things of candlesticks and whatever. But just what you need to know, it was started by a Japanese guy. Yes. So, like most of why he did this one just as we see it is a candlestick. Most of candlesticks are formed using different time frames. You understand? Find some, I think it starts from 1 minute, 5 minutes, whatever each time frame that you need, can just type it in and you see that candlestick formed within that yeah, that time. Then another thing, just the candlestick represents just emotions of people in the market, feelings of people in the market, major the expectations. If you see this candlestick formed like this, of course it is money that is making this candlestick, but also behind the money, there is also that feeling for the people. There is also that emotion. Like we know this time, we know the market, like each and everyone is having that feeling in his heart or her heart that the market is doing what? It's going down. We're in a downtrend. So everyone is fearing to trade. So that's why you find we make a very big candle, meaning someone has just let me put money in the market. Those the big guys who drive the market. So if you see a candlestick, just look beyond just that candle you're seeing there. Have that feeling that these are just emotions of people. These are just feelings of people. This is how people are putting in money within the what? Within the market. So we have two types of candlesticks. We have a bearish candlestick and a bullish candlestick. Yes, as you see here, this one. I hope you guys you can see my like the cursor where I'm pointing. Hello, hello.
Yes, we are seeing.
Uh-huh. This one is the what? Of course, here they have not named them. How can tell me which candlestick is this? Yes, I will now see people who read this book. Now I know people are going to run away. When you start asking questions, people run away. That's not a good idea. Who can tell me which candlestick is this? Is it a bullish candlestick or bearish candlestick? This one. Hmm?
It's a
I don't.
bullish.
It is a what?
It's a bullish candle.
Why are you saying it's a bullish candlestick? Because I don't just want someone to guess, like, we usually to have those questions of why you need just circle the best correct answer and you guess
Can
it.
I answer that question?
It's okay, no problem.
It is a bullish candle because it opens from the lower price and it closes at the higher price.
Yes, very good. That is just the reason behind. Open is from down. As you can see, they are telling you they dot open and it closes from here. Those are the what? Okay, on the charts. Okay, most of the people you can use the colors that you want. Where here you if you come to charts, but we like most people like the most popular used colors are green and red. Green for bullish and red for bearish. So that is it. This is a what? A bullish candlestick. So it has parts. It opens from here. This is its opening point, closing point. And it has this one, what they call a wick. A wick. So this is the highest level this candle has moved. So this is the lowest level this candle has moved. You understand that? So this one, they show you the lower shadow, the upper shadow. The upper shadow of the week and the lower shadow of the week. Some may ask, how does it reach at this higher point? And if this is its lower point and higher point, but you're telling us it opened from here and closed from here. Let me just explain that. Can I get a pen? This one will disturb. Okay. Let me get a pen for drawing here. Okay. Okay, let me green. A green one. And this one. Okay. I can draw here. As you can see, the price will open from here. Yes. Let's say we are starting a new candle from here. This candle will be first pushed down by sellers. You get before it closes. But after being pushed down by sellers, also buyers move stronger, meaning that when it is moving down, it will be forming this body. But as buyers take control of the market, now this body will phase out and we have a week. So that's how we create a week. You get? So now when the market reach here, it continues to push up, forming a body up to this point. But after reaching this point, again sellers push this market a little bit down, meaning here this part now will phase out this part. Now it will be a week, meaning here the market opened from here, you get, was pushed down. After being pushed down by sellers, now buyers took over and pushed this candle up to this level. But it continued, meaning at this point, this body will be phasing out, forming a wick. It pushes up to this point, but when it reaches at this point, again, they push this market up here. You find ourselves having a wick and a wick down. But we are seeing it open from here and closing here. But also this one is also part of that same candle. Why? Because of those moves. So we remain with a body and wicks. So that we end up coming, we find ourselves having this, a wick and a wick. Because the market opened from here, was pushed down by sellers, but again, buyers took over. Oh, yes, bulls took over the market up to this point, but when it reached at this point, bears took over, or sellers pushed this market up to this level, forming a wick. Let me hope that one for how is a wick formed is the point taken. So let's go to this. Have you understood that? This rubber refused to rub this. But it's okay, as long as I'm not going to save them. So this one is now a bearish candle. Opens from here and closes from here. The parts are the same, and the formation is the same. Some people will ask if this is its highest point it has moved to. Why is it that we are seeing it open from here and closes from here? But we also see this part being part of the candlestick. Yes, it is part of the candlestick due to those feelings that I was telling you. Sellers are saying no, should take the control. These ones, they want to take the control. So we end up having the wicks. We shall see this market opening from here. Buyers taking over the market, but the sellers say no, they push them down up to this point, meaning this body that was formed here is going to phase out, and we see a wick. Okay, it's like when you have, I know very many people, it's like when you have your stick like this. Sorry. We have our stick like this. And on this stick, you have a meat on this stick. You get? You have meat on this stick. But if I start removing meat from up, I will remain with what? With this stick only. Meaning now I will no longer be seeing this body meat. I will be seeing the wick. It means initially I had meat here. Now I'm removing my meat. I'm remaining with what? The stick or the bone. So that is this. But also this one was part of the body, or was part of the structure that was making meat and the stick. So I think that's it. And hope that if someone had a confusion on that, it's rectified. We can even go to charts, because I just want us to do those things that are live, so that people can understand and they don't complain.
Understood.
Sorry,
I have not understood.
you have not understood, eh?
Yes.
Thank you. That's great. That's what I like. Someone who don't understand, you can ask. Where exactly?
Like, what is the best time of me buying?
The best. Now here we are just looking at the introduction, eh? Understanding how a candlestick is formed, and of course to get the best time of how you're supposed to get a trade is also has its own packages. The other things that you consider, you get it. But here I
Mm,
was just showing you how a candlestick is formed. Do you understand?
yeah.
Like you come here, we are seeing this candle being formed. This one now. They asked where did it start from? You don't know. Where did it open? Where is it going to close from? You don't know. This candlestick. Let me just zoom. Actually, this let me just use this live candlestick. Yes. So that here we are not looking at entries, my boss. We are just looking at introduction. You get basic things that you should first learn before you know when should I get an entry or where should I enter from. What are you supposed to be knowing? You hear this when this candle close, you enter into the market, but you don't know where the candle is going to close from. So let's look at this candle. This candle, I'm in a what? A 4 hour time frame. You can see here. So this candle opened at this level. If you can see, it is a bullish candlestick as per now because it is green. It opened at this level. It was pushed down here by sellers. You get? But now buyers took over this market and pushed this candle up to this point, up to here. Of course, they pushed from here up to here, meaning this body that was formed now became weak, a weak. But now when it reached here, it was pushed up to this point by buyers. But we are seeing now sellers. When you see this green line, they are even showing you the price at which it is here. This green line is showing you that this exact candlestick is the one that's being formed and the level at which it is. So we are seeing now being pushed back by sellers, creating this week. Even up to now, we are seeing sellers still taking control of this. It at the end you can end up finding this one closing like a bullish candle, a bearish candlestick. If it closes here and comes this side again, it will turn red. If it reaches at this point, this level here, let me draw a line there. If it reaches at this level, that level, and it continues down, it will turn red. Why? Because now it is going below the level it opened at. As we know, a bullish candlestick open from down and closes from up. But when it closes, now it turns to bearish candlestick. Have you understood, my friend?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand.
Here we are not looking at getting entries, you get it? We are just looking at types of candlesticks. Yes, before you go to how to get a trade, you should know types of candlestick. Of course, a market structure, like a trend and whatever, is formed by a candlestick. So when you don't understand those candlesticks, it will be hard for you to get an entry. As you can see, you can find different colors used to differentiate between bullish and bearish candlestick. As I have said, the filled part of the candlestick is called the body. The thin line poking above and below the body are called shadows. Then the top of the high shadow is high. Such things, candlesticks have different body sizes. As you can see, we have the one that is big, one that is small, one that is short like that. You get. We have even other candlesticks which are like this, whatever. So you just need to learn. And most of these candlestick, whichever candlestick that you see formed in the market, it is having what it implies. If you find a candlestick like we are just going to see them down, you find a candlestick like this in a downtrend, it gives you a good signal. Okay, you find a candlestick like this, a shooting star. This is a hammer, this is a shooting star. You find this one, this candlestick on top, just know the market is going to fall. Why? We can see, though these guys had a lot of effort, the buyers, we saw the sellers taking over the market with a very big intensive what? Like characteristic. You get, because this big rejection, when you hear that rejection in the market, we say these candles. When you hear someone telling you, the market rejected here, there is a rate of rejection. These are just things that we be looking at to make conclusion that there is a rejection in the market. So these things, details and whatever, okay, you can try to call it a candle, a wick, a candlestick tail, or a candlestick shadows. Something of that. There's not much information to explain here. We just needed to get this couple. If you want to read word by word, you go and the upper shadows signifies the session hand. Those things. Just then let's go to candlestick patterns. Just the other one, we are seeing how a candlestick is formed and whatever. So candlestick patterns are one of the most powerful trading concepts and they are simply, yeah, I personally trade candlestick patterns for more than. There are some people actually, by the way, who trade just candlestick patterns. Yes. Someone just looks at the market, bullish engulfing candle has formed, I must enter. Bearish candlestick candle has formed, I must do that. You get? So let's go down. We are starting with bullish. We are starting with the engulfing bar candle pattern. Of course, we have two types. We have the bearish one and the bullish one. And let's see how they are formed and how they affect the market. You get? If you find them formed. Of course, I'm not saying that if you find it formed, that you immediately enter in the market. No, you can find it formed alongside, like we are moving like this. We are moving like this. So I want to get, okay. We are moving. What's wrong with this pen? We're moving like this. Like this. Find it here. And if the market is still going, we find it formed here. You need to first also apply other conditions before you enter. You get? Like the way I've been teaching you about the double bottoms and the double tops. If you find it formed after double bottom or after a double top, you just know this one is a valid candlestick pattern. You get? You need to do what? Combine. You need to combine the conditions, not just depending on one condition. So let's look at the bearish candlestick. Bearish engulfing candle. You can see the bearish engulfing is one of the most important candlestick pattern. This candlestick pattern consists of two bodies. The first body is small than the other one. In other words, the second body engulfs the previous one. You see here. You can see them here. Mind you, mostly when we are looking at this bearish engulfing candle, of course bearish, it means sellers are taking over the control. We need to see the first candle being green. That is one. The first candle should be green, and the second candle should be what? Red candlestick. And another thing is that this candle should open at the close of this candle, and it should this red candle should close below the open of this candle. What am I trying to mean? I think it would be okay. Means If we have this one as a green candle, of course with it open, those are the wicks. You get this, it opened from here and closed from here. We need to see this candle opening. This one should be green. Let me get a red color. Then this one should be red. We need to see this candle opening at this level. I think this, of course, when this one closed here, we need to see this one opening from there and closing. We need to see its body bigger than this one, regardless of the wicks. Leave alone wicks. You get? We see this one bigger than this one. I don't want you to find this candle like this. This one is smaller than this. Even if it has wicks that are bigger than this, this one, and this one is not a valid bearish engulfing candle. The valid one is this. Get? Even if it closed like here. But the bigger it is, the stronger it shows the signal in the market. You get? Yes, that is bullish engulfing candle. And they will show you when it is formed in the market. We are on an uptrend, and when it is formed, the market is reversing. Some people who don't know, like who don't have idea on technical analysis, will just come. You find this one after being formed, you immediately get into the market, and you find yourself in floating for what? For decades in the market. I'm trying to see if we can get it here. I'm trying to see. Suppose it is a what? A bullish engulfing candle. Not certain if I'm not getting. Yes. Look at it here. I think most of you can see here. That's what I was telling you with conditions. It is formed near a resistance. What do you expect? You expect this market to reach at this point and continue pumping after seeing this one being formed. Let me hope everyone is seeing this. Let me hope everyone is seeing this. This is the one. The bearish engulfing candle stick pattern. Green one, red. Opening, you see, look at their opening. Look at the way at the opening. They opened that here. This one closed that here, and this one opened from there. See, that very point, and it closed below this. Very nice one. And we are seeing the market going down. Up to this point, the market is still going down. You get? So that is one. We are done with one candlestick. I just want to teach few things, and people ask questions so that they can understand. Because if you understand the basics, you can read this book and pick everything that you want to learn. Then this one now is the bullish engulfing candle. Small body, big body. Still the same concept, but only this one is the opposite. The first candle should be red, the second candle should be green. Sorry, the first candle should be close. You get? Not that every book will be having every details for you. You get? Not that every book will be having every details for you. You see, you can see how they are showing you, and here they are showing you something different. You get? It is this one closed from here, and this one opened from here, closed above it. Bullish engulfing candle, and we are seeing the market pushing up. Let's go to charts and look at that.